Pooboy sandwich or poor boy sandwich of Louisiana is our recipe today, and I'm gonna take you on this beautiful trip on how to make it at home. This mouth-watering sandwich is the best treat that you could give to yourself at home. I don't know how I'm going to eat this. Allez, bon appetit. Let's indulge. Wow, it is absolutely delightful. Messy, however, delightful. I am traveling to Louisiana already. I wish I could describe to you the taste, the aroma, the flavors, the excitement, all of that in a bite. Believe it or not, this is my second sandwich. It is absolutely dazzling. Let's go and assemble our wonderful sandwich with fresh baguette. I chose the crispy and the thick one. We've got our meat with the wonderful spices and herbs in the gravy sauce, our homemade American mustard, tomatoes and pickles. I really like a lot of mustard. It is spicy and will give a beautiful kick to our sandwich. We put a layer of tomato, as many as you like. We top it off with a wonderful beef. Now, some recipes, they ask you to dip the bread into the sauce. However, I don't like that. I like my bread to be crunchy and hard. You put as much meat as you want. Finally, top it with a few pickles and you're off to go. We have a good quality beef. I have about 1.5 kilogram of that. About 1.5 kilo of chopped onions in half rings like that, 2 liters of water in my pressure cooker, and for my spices and herbs I've got 1 large spoon of salt, 1 large spoon of black pepper, some peppercorns and some chili pepper. These with the onions are going to help me fix my gravy later on. Off we go with the onions and the spices. Now, once the meat is well cooked, after 1 hour in the pressure cooker, the onions are going to be sort of creamy and they will help thicken my gravy. I'm putting my beef without cutting it like this. When I work it later on, it will be easier to separate from the onions. Look at that beauty. Once the water comes to a gentle boil, we're going to close our pressure cooker and cook for about 50 to 60 minutes on medium heat. After a good hour cooking into the pressure cooker, look at that delightful beauty. We're gonna let that cool down. We separate the meat from the broth. We put aside in a tupper. The meat was falling apart. It is incredibly soft. That's why we kept it in a large steak chunk. Otherwise, it would have been impossible to separate from the broth. I covered the meat with a bit of broth. Like this, they will stay moist. With our blender, we're going to blend very well. You see that with the onions only alone, the broth is quite thick. It's the next day. I want you to look at the meat, how it is shredded. Also look at the broth, which is so thick and the texture is very good. I'm going to put that into a pot. We're going to add 1 large spoon of garlic powder and 1 small spoon of black pepper. Roughly, I've got about 1 liter of broth. To that, I'm going to add about 250 ml of my homemade barbecue sauce. Just look at that beauty. Wow. Then we're going to reduce that to a thick gravy. We give a good whisk, and onto medium-low heat we're going to reduce that to our liking. A good 25 minutes onto medium heat. The gravy is perfect. The consistency is to my preference. Look at that. We're going to put our meat in it, allow it to soak that flavor and delight. We give that a good mix. We allow it to soak all that flavor. We serve and we enjoy.